What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on the Miami Dolphins. Your Miami Dolphins survive against the 2-9 tanking New Orleans Saints 21-17. It was 16-0 at halftime. Okay? It was 16-0 at halftime. And the offense didn't have the ability to put away the New Orleans Saints. I'm sorry for being negative, but I'm going to have some extremely hard criticism in this video. Yes, the Dolphins won. We should enjoy it. But man, outside of Devon Achane, this offense stinks. The offense stinks, and I don't know where we would be without Devon Achane on this team. Where do I start? Okay? The last two games, okay? The offense can't finish. Now the offense can't finish drives in the end zone anymore. So the last 2 weeks, last week we were on the bye. So the last two games, we've played the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints, okay? I found this statistic on Twitter, so I'm going to read it to you real quick. The last two games, the Dolphins played Washington and the Saints. Miami has kicked 7 field goals, and they've only scored 2 touchdowns. Those teams have a combined record of 5-17. Tua Tagovailoa has not played well in any of those games. Tua Tagovailoa has not played good in this 3-game winning streak. The Miami Dolphins are on a 3-game winning streak despite the performance of Tua Tagovailoa, and he was bad again today. He was bad again. And we are paying him $53 million a season to play like this, to go out there and miss. He's not even accurate anymore. He's not even accurate anymore out there. He's missing wide open guys. He's throwing them behind. He's throwing passes behind receivers, behind Devon Achane, behind Julian Hill. He's missing wide open guys. He's throwing horrible interceptions in year 6. He's forcing the ball. He's not athletic. He's not athletic whatsoever. You get him in the pocket, it's over. It's over. He's taking a sack. He can't run. He doesn't get first downs on his own. He doesn't make plays on his own. I told you guys this week or last week, one of these weeks, this team will go as far as Tua and Mike McDaniel is going to take them. And yes, this team won, and McDaniel did not call a good game today. We'll get to that when we do the play-by-play. McDaniel did not call a good game today. But with this win, okay, it was looking good early on. 16-0 at halftime, I'm like, all right. Could be up by way more, but 16-0, I will take it. And you just kept the Saints in this game. You couldn't put them away. You couldn't convert any third downs. The play calling was bad. You had them in the end zone. You had to settle for a field goal. Okay? You couldn't do anything to put the game away with 6 minutes to go. Were they able to do it? Of course not. We'll get to that play call. And you're lucky because the Saints go down at the end of the game. They get a touchdown. Luckily, Minkah Fitzpatrick saves the day. And we get a horrible call by the officiating. Luckily, it didn't matter because the Saints decided to do a QB sneak on 4th and 1 with no timeouts. And that was the game. So, the Dolphins won 21-17. over the New Orleans Saints. They're 5-7. Excuse me. They're 5-7, and they're in the hunt for one more week, at least. Next week, it's Jets week, and we're going to talk about that. I will be at MetLife Stadium next week for the Dolphins against the Jets. The MetLife takeover. Dolphins fans. There's going to be a lot of Dolphins fans there, and it's going to be cold, and we're going to talk about that during the week. Either tomorrow or Tuesday, we'll talk about that, actually. Yeah. Right now, it says 45, but that could change. So, we'll see if the temperature stays like that at MetLife next week. But I will be there. Dolphins, Jets. The Jets won today against the Falcons. They're 3-9 now on the season. Excuse me. And I will be there next week, MetLife Stadium, 1 o'clock. Very strange off-camera moment. You get something stuck in your mouth. These things happen on the fly. Sorry, I had to take care of that for a moment. But before we do this game play-by-play, we'll go over stats. Let's do MVP as well. Let's get that out of the way. We'll start with the Saints. Tyler Shuck, 26 of 38, 239 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He got sacked 4 times today. The Saints ran the ball 27 times for 81 yards. Devin Neal had 14 carries for 47 yards. Devon Vele, 8 catches, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Chris Olave, 4 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Jawan Johnson, 5 catches for 39 yards. Devin Neal, 3 catches for 22 yards. Mason Tipton, 3 catches for 20 yards. And then we go to the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa, 12 for 23, 157 yards, 1 interception. Were sacked 4 times on the day. Just not good, man. Just not good for someone who's getting paid $53 million a season. He's not even a top 25 quarterback in the NFL right now. There's so many guys that I would take over Tua Tagovailoa. Shit, despite today, I might take a guy like Shador over Tua Tagovailoa. Like, he is so unathletic. He cannot move. He's got terrible footwork. He's missing guys open. He is a shell of his former self. He is a shell of his former self. Just not good. Just not good. Devon Achane, 22 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown. Dolphins ran the ball 32 times for 164 yards. Where would this offense be without Devon Achane? Lord knows. Who knows where we would be in this offense without Devon Achane? Darren Waller led the team in receiving yards today, 2 catches for 47 yards. Jalen Waddle, 3 catches for 40 yards. Malik Washington, 4 catches for 30 yards. And Greg Dulcich, 2 catches for 24 yards. Russell Douglas got an interception at the end of the second quarter when the Saints were in the Dolphins 20-yard line or something like that. Jordan Brooks led the team in tackles with 12. Go figure. The guy's an absolute monster. Minka Fitzpatrick had a sack and a forced fumble. And he had the interception on the 2-point conversion to take back 2 points. Rasul Douglas, like I said, had an interception. Chop Robinson had a sack and a half, his best game of the season. Bradley Chubb had a sack. And Zeke Biggers had a half a sack. 4 sacks on the day for the Dolphins defense. And my MVP, is Minka Fitzpatrick. He was all over the field today. Let me find his exact stats. Minka Fitzpatrick. Okay. He is the MVP of this game. The pick 2 at the end was absolutely massive. He had 7 tackles, a forced fumble, an interception which was returned for 2 points at the end of the game, a sack, and a tackle for loss. He was an absolute dog. Thank you, Minka Fitzpatrick. Thank you for saving us from embarrassment. Because with the Saints going to take the 2-point conversion, my dad was telling me this. You don't get that pick 2. The Saints recovered the onside kick. The Dolphins lose this game 20-19 against the Saints. And honestly, if they had lost this game, that would have been the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, it already has. The Browns game was, but man, I think if you lost this game at home, off a bye, to a Saints team that is tanking, Stephen Ross would have had no choice but to fire Mike McDaniel. But the defense bailed out the entire organization, and this was a win from the defense. So, the Dolphins, they start the game with the ball. 6 plays, 69 yards. Devon Achane, 8 yards in the first play. Jalen Wright, 8 yards. Tua gets sacked. 2nd and 18. They go to Waller for 13. And 3rd and 5. This was a nice play from Tua. Recovers the bobbled snap by Brewer. Composes himself. Gets it to Malik Washington for 19 yards. And then next play, Devon Achane, willy-nilly, 29 yards, touchdown. Then the teams exchange punts. The Saints go 3 and out. The Dolphins go 3 and out. The Saints, they go 3 and out. And the Dolphins, they go 3 and out on their 3rd drive. They get too many men on the field on 3rd down. And on 3rd and 14, Tagovailoa takes a sack. 2nd sack of the quarter he takes. Saints get the ball one more time. This 2nd down and 9 was the combined sack by Zeke Biggers and Chop Robinson. 3rd and 14, Tyler Shuck to Jawan Johnson for 11 yards. And the Saints punt. Dolphins, they now have the ball on their 4th drive to start the quarter. 2 minutes to go. They go 8 plays, 68 yards. Tua to Cedric Wilson for 16 yards. And then you get a really nice play here. Tua wide open to Darren Waller, 34 yards. Down to the Saints 39. Ollie Gordon for 9 yards. Devon Achane for 6 yards. All right, so you got 2 nice passing plays to Cedric Wilson and Darren Waller. Combine that with 2 nice running plays. Here's how we come out in the 2nd quarter. We get a run from Achane. All right, 3 yards. 2 passing plays in a row. Incomplete. They kick the field goal. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Dolphins go up 10-0. Then the Dolphins, they get a turnover on defense. 2nd and 8. The lineman totally misses Minka Fitzpatrick, who comes around with the blitz. Forced fumble on Tyler Shuck. Zach Sealer recovers it. Very next play, Tua gives the ball right back. Interception to, who is it? Kool-Aid McKinstry. Double coverage to Jalen Waddle in the end zone with a safety over top. Why? Why on the first play are we going deep? Why are you making that decision, Tua? You're a 6-year quarterback. And we're still throwing dumbass interceptions like that. You're up 10-0. You're in the Saints field position. Okay, you're on their side of the field. And you're going deep on the first play. Why? I don't get it, man. Year 6 and we're still making dumb decisions like that. Saints go 3 and out. Dolphins go 10 plays, 44 yards. They take up 5.5 minutes of clock. They start on their own 49. Devon Achane, 9 yards. Jalen Wright, 5 yards. So they're just picking up small chunks. 3rd and 3. Quick pass to Jalen Waddle for 4 yards and a first down. And then Devon Achane, 16 yards. Great block by Julian Hill on this play. Drags him for 2 yards. And then 2 runs by Achane. 3rd and goal at the 7. They ran that play where, the running back is to the right of Tua. He goes out, and then he cuts in. They ran that play to Achane, and Tua threw it behind him. Achane could have caught it, but miscommunication by both guys. And if Tua threw it out in front of him, that would have been a walk-in touchdown. But got to settle for the field goal. 25 yards. Miami's up 13-0. So, on this drive, the Saints pick up their first down of the game with an illegal contact. And they're showing promise to drive down, get some points. Okay, 2-minute warning, neutral zone by Chop Robinson right out the gate. And then Tyler Shuck scrambles for 8. Devin Neal up the middle for 8. And second and 10 at the Dolphins 24-yard line. Rasul Douglas, interception. Interception for Rasul. He takes it down to the Saints' 42-yard line. Devon Achane, 9 yards. And this is where you show that, hey, Mike McDaniel doesn't trust Tua. And you just run the ball. You get a nice play to Malik Washington for 6 yards. And they waste 20 seconds of clock. 20 seconds of clock. They spike it. Send Riley Patterson out there to kick the 48-yard field goal. And the Dolphins go up 16-0. And I think they did the right thing at the end of half. Tua not taking care of the football, playing a bad game. He's off. Riley Patterson's a good kicker. Mike didn't do the wrong thing here. So, the Saints, they get the ball first to start the second half. Devin Neal for 5 yards. So they're picking up yardage now. Devon Vele for 14 yards. They get all the way down to the Dolphins' 17-yard line. And Chris Olave, he cuts in and then he goes out. Rasul Douglas had absolutely no chance on this play. Touchdown for the Saints. And then touchdown for the Saints. And then they get the 2-point conversion. So the Dolphins are up 16-8. So, okay. You have multiple times to put this game away. 3rd and 1. Julian Hill's wide open. Tua throws it behind him. They punt. Saints go 8 plays. And Tyler Shuck gets sacked on 2nd down and 15. They punt. Dolphins 7 plays, 39 yards. 21-yard play to Greg Dulcich on 3rd down, which was really nice. Jalen Waddle for 14 yards. And then 3rd and 5, Tua takes a sack. And you're in Saints territory. Cannot take a sack in that situation, bro. The Saints go 3 and out. You see how fun this game is? Tua incomplete to Jalen Waddle. And you go right back to him. Very nice pass. Very nice pass in between 3 defenders. 22 yards. How you doing? Devon Achane, 10 yards. Devon Achane, 9 yards. Devon Achane picks up 1 yard. What does Mike McDaniel do here, folks? It is now 1st and goal. In the rain. You have a chance to put this game away. Because the Saints are not going down there and scoring 2 touchdowns. They haven't shown it all game. This motherfucker goes pass, pass, pass again, and he gets sacked on 3rd down. Tua and Mike McDaniel will take this team as far as they possibly can. They will not make this run with play calling like that. It just won't happen. Riley Patterson, 33-yard field goal is good. It's now 19-8. The Saints, 10 plays, 37 yards. Jawan Johnson for 6 yards. Mason Tipton, 10 yards by Tyler Shuck. And they got a new kicker. They cut their kicker last week, Groupie. And Charlie Smith nails a 56-yard field goal right down the middle. Okay. It's 19-11 in the 4th quarter. 19-11 in the 4th quarter. You got 6 minutes. Just put the game away. You just put the game away. 3rd and 4. It looks like Tua picked up the 1st down. But his knee was short. Right in front of the 1st down marker. And it's 4th and 1. And Ollie Gordon comes in. And you know, the Saints know Ollie Gordon's about to get this football. And he's big enough where you just got to plow forward for the 1st down. Doesn't matter how many guys are in front of you. He dances to the left side. And he gets tackled for a loss of 2. And you give the Saints new fresh air of life. 2-minute warning. They're at the Dolphins' 39-yard line. 3rd down. Chris Olave for 16 yards. 2nd down. And 2. Tyler Shuck to a wide open Devon Vele for 15 yards. And this is where the game was saved. Shuck goes to Devon Vele. Minka Fitzpatrick is there for the interception. He takes it back for 2 points. And the Saints recover an onside kick. And it didn't touch a Dolphin defender. And Vele touched it 1 yard before the 45-yarder. I don't know how they called stand, but thankfully it didn't matter. The Dolphins defense got the stop on 4th down, QB sneak, and the Dolphins won. They survived against a tanking 2-9 Saints team. They barely win this game. They go 5-7. They're 5-7 on the season. One of the more uninspiring Dolphins wins I've ever seen in my life. And yeah, and now the offense. Now we have to go on the road. 2 consecutive games in cold weather. How is Tua going to perform in that? How are we going to perform in that weather? It's nerve-wracking. It is a little bit. So you'll take your win. You'll take any win in the NFL. But there's a lot of serious questions in this organization right now about the head coach and the quarterback. A lot of serious questions. And this is now back-to-back games now where you've been in dogfights with the bottom-tier teams in the NFC, with a 3-8 Washington team and a 2-10 Saints team. And this is how you know Tua has regressed, because 2 years ago, if we're playing this Saints team, we are putting 40 on these fuckers. 40. They scored 19 points on offense today. Tua is lighting them up. 300 yards, multiple touchdowns. He looked lost out there. And he didn't look good. So, we'll see what next week brings us, man. We take on a division rival, the Jets, coming off a win. And we're about to do something this team is not good at historically, which is playing in a cold weather game. So, we'll see. We'll talk about it all week. It's Jets week here on the Big Fight Fuel channel, as your Dolphins, they beat the Saints today 21-17, and they stay alive for at least one more week. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Subscribe to the Big Fight Fuel channel. Comment down below your thoughts on the game. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. And follow me on Twitter and TikTok, Conlon_Joseph. And I'll see you guys either tomorrow or Tuesday with a video. Alright? Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. Go Dolphins. Wasn't pretty, but go celebrate the win.